Hi everybody, it's Rose popping in. It is Friday and it's time for my Friday weekly video. Today it's a recorded video as we are on vacation, but as promised I wanted to pop in with a video for you guys. So this one is pre-recorded and I want to share with you what my inspiration is for my card today. So I want to, that's why I'm standing here. I want to show you my shirt. So my shirt and the print on my shirt is my inspiration for my card today. So if you like what you see, share my video here on YouTube or on Facebook and type in the comment section that you shared it. And when I get back, I am going to be doing a draw for 2 prizes like always. And so thank you so much for joining me, and I'm gonna flip the camera and get started now and show you the card that I made, that I'm gonna make, that was inspired by my shirt. Have a great weekend, you guys. Let's flip the camera now and get started. Okay, so for my card today, like I said, I'm inspired by my shirt, and I was flipping through the catalog and I came across the Magnolia Lane Suite, and this flower reminds me of the flower on my shirt today. So we're going to play with this stamp set. It's called Good Morning Magnolia, and I want to invite you, if you like this stamp set or any products that you see today, if you want to head over to my blog and click on the shopping cart and place an order. For the month of August, every order over $30 gets you a package of peacock rhinestones from me that I will mail to you in September when I get back. So I appreciate your orders, and if you like what you see, like I said, just head over there and enter this host code at the shopping cart, and I'd be happy to send you your rhinestones. Okay, let's get started. All right, so I have Blushing Bride cardstock, and it measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I have scored it in the middle at 5 1/2. Okay, so this is my card base, and it just opens like this. I also have a piece of Whisper White that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I am going to show you a technique, a background technique with this one. So I have my ink pad here, and I'm going to try and mimic the stripes on my t-shirt. So let's see if I can do that. I'm going to open the ink pad, and I'm going to just put it into its closed position like this. And I want to use this edge of the ink pad because it's closest to the actual ink pad is closest to the edge, whereas this one has a bit of a gap where we have our color band. So I'm going to hold my ink pad in my right hand, and I'm going to start off onto the grid paper. Okay, so I'm calling this ink pad swipe. So I'm going to touch my ink pad onto the grid paper. I hope you can see what I'm doing here, like this. So I've got it on the grid paper, and I'm going to swipe it like that. I'm going to keep going, and we're going to do a bunch of lines. And I'm just swiping across the cardstock. I'll move my hand. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Okay. Across, all right, and then maybe one more at the top. There we go. Okay, so that's called ink pad swipe. And as you can tell, I did remove some of the ink from the top of my pad, but that's okay. I'll just come back in. I'll do it right now on camera so you can see what I'm doing. So this is the Blushing Bride Reinker. In case you've never re-inked your ink pad before, you just take off the lid, and then I'm just going to use it. It's just a little dropper bottle, and I'm just going to add a few drops, and I'm just I'm squeezing it, and I'm adding it, and I'm also rubbing it in with the little tip of the bottle. Okay, and I'll let that set, and it'll go down into the ink pad, and it'll all be just as good as new. Okay, so that is my background technique. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring in that big flower from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and I'm going to ink it up with Memento. So I got my Memento ink, and when I have a large stamp, I like to lay it down and then ink it from the top. And that way I can see where I'm inking it, and I can make sure that I get good coverage. All right, so I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to stamp it right on the front, like so. And then make sure with even pressure, just press it all down like that. And voila. Woo! Look at that. I love it. So such an easy technique, just that ink pad swipe. And I'm just going to close my ink pad so I don't make a mess. Now I'm going to bring in, just grab my snail adhesive, and I'm going to put a couple of lines at the bottom because I'm going to add some ribbon. So I just want to add some lines down here. And I'm going to bring in, this is our glittered organdy ribbon. Look how sparkly that is. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that across the bottom. So I'm going to attach it on this end, wrap it, whoops, maybe I'll bring it down a bit lower. Wrap it around, come across the bottom, and snip that off, and then just wrap that around. So that's just going to sit on the bottom of my card, like that. And if you have Scotch tape, that would be a good one to secure the ribbon down, because sometimes it doesn't really want to stick on the snail. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces, and just, no one's going to see the Scotch tape, it's on the back, but I just want to make sure that that ribbon stays in place. So now I'm going to bring in my Tombow glue. Just going to add a little bit all the way around, and that'll hold this nicely down onto my card. So I'm going to bring in my Blushing Bride card base. Let's flip this over so, oh, the other side. Oh, okay, it's dirty on the other side too. Always use both sides of your grid paper, right? Don't waste it. I was just going to flip it over and make a nice clean background, but that's okay. We'll just go with it for now. This is real life right here. All right, there we go. So then we've got that stripes, and it's the Blushing Bride ink, which matches the cardstock, so it all blends nicely. Now we just need a greeting. So from the stamp set, we have, stamp set is so big, it actually comes in 2 containers like this. So I'm going to use thanks, because I can always use thank you cards. So I've got the thanks here, and I'm going to ink that up with my black Memento ink. I've got some scrap paper. And I'm going to bring in my punch. I'm just going to show you in the catalog where this punch is, because I really, it's a new punch. I think it's called Key Tag, but I just want to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. In the catalog, and it is on, no, it's called Timeless Label. This one right here on page 187, this one right here. So that's the punch that I'm going to bring in. So Timeless Label punch, item code 149516, and this one is $24 in Canada. So I'm just going to bring it in. I like to do it from the back side so I can line it up and see that it's straight. Pop that out. And you guys know me, I love to sponge with the coordinating color. So I'm going to bring back my Blushing Bride ink, and I have a Blushing Bride sponge. And let's add a little bit of Blushing Bride to the edges of my piece, like so. And that just softens it up so nicely. All right, so now all I have to do is bring in my dimensionals. I'm going to add 3 to this one in the middle, and we are done. There we go. So that's just going to sit right on top of this beautiful ribbon, just like that. Such an easy card. This one would be quick to make, and you can make it in any color. It's just, you just have to have matching ink and cardstock. Simple, super simple. You could whip up 50, you could whip up 50 of these in no time. So I hope you like my card for Facebook Friday or YouTube Friday, wherever you're joining me from. And I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment and share with your friends so they can enjoy and seeing how easy it is to make simple, easy, beautiful cards. Take care, everybody, and I hope you'll come back and join me soon. Bye-bye.